Graphic Designer for Hire, graphicdesignerforhire.com. Who is Graphic Designer for Hire? Well, we are a group of graphic designers. Graphic Designer for Hire was established in 2003, and we provide graphic design and web design solutions for small business and large organizations locally and across the globe. I'm Charlotte, and I'll be explaining on the importance of hiring a professional for your business or next design project. You will learn a great deal of things, and at the end we'll offer you a discount code to get your next project started today. Why clients don't hire a professional initially? Well, here are some excuses or reasons. I need to save money. Why can't I just design things myself in Word or use a cookie-cutter website builder? I can use a college student, that's free, and I can refer business to them as payment. I can save money using a design contest site. I can use web.com or Wix and get my website free. Well, you could do that, but this is what happens when clients use alternative methods or, even worse, start designing on their own. Let's take a look at the good, the bad, the ugly. Okay. So here we have some logos that are designed by non-professionals, of course. And as you can see, they're pretty horrendous. Now, cuts to die for. Would you get your hair cut there? I know I wouldn't. Another reason why you would hire a professional. Alternate escapes. Do we know what this is? What type of business is this? We have no idea. Only they know what type of business they are. So if your clients or people glancing at your logo don't know what your business is, then it's not a logo at all. It's not a brand. A brand is something that's recognizable anywhere. If you can't invest in your brand, then why make a brand at all? I mean, this is embarrassing, completely embarrassing. Any of these businesses, they should really think about hiring a professional. When people look at your website or your logo, they need to decide whether they're going to buy from you. And a lot of times, more than none, when they see stuff like this, they run the other way. And that's the God to honest truth. So, here is an example. Now, let's look at the ugly website collection. These are horrendous. And it's not just the fact that they're using RGB, red, green, and blue as their foundation of colors. You have to understand the psychology behind colors. A professional has gone to school and they understand the psychology behind placement and colors, which help target audiences and trigger or invoke a customer to buy. If you're looking for a particular type of customer, then they know what colors to use and what colors to attract them to your site. They know where to place key elements on the website to get them coming to you. Professionals know which hosting sites, what type of domain name you need. They know all of the algorithms from Google to help you rank, Panda, Penguin, all of the different elements and rules that you need to follow, especially copyright. A lot of non-designers or unprofessionals or even clients use a lot of copyrighted material that could eventually get them sued in the future. So although that $900 logo or that $5,000 website may seem like a lot of money, down the road, when you're making a six-figure salary, it doesn't seem like a whole lot of money. Why hiring a college student to do design or market your business is a bad idea. College students are only taught the basics. They have no experience. And while you may get lucky and get a student who is graphically talented, they have absolutely no idea what they're doing. It's one thing to make a pretty picture or website, but a professional knows how to make graphics that will target the appropriate audiences, put call to actions, and format your site in a manner that will make you money. And I can honestly tell you that when I was in college, I was not fit to work on people's sites or products or logos, and it just ended up really bad. Why contest sites don't work. Sites that hold design contests, you need to understand that they allow anyone to enter. That means non-designers and random individuals who are non-professionals, some of which hold no degrees, some don't even have high school diplomas, most don't even speak English. Some of the prices are much higher than actually just going ahead and hiring a designer directly. And once the contest is over, there are no revisions or modifications. Most of the work that is submitted usually is copyrighted or stock art that you will end up having to pay thousands of dollars for on top of the money you pay to hold the contest. Stock art, there's a difference between stock art that you can use like maybe one time in a web page, but if you're planning on using it for non-commercial purposes, if you have a blog or a website, then, the stock art that you pay $5 or $6 for, that's beneficial. But if you plan on using it into print or for extended license, that could get costly. One photo that I looked up at 123RF, because I particularly like that site much better, an extended license costs anywhere from $300 to $700 for one image. So that means if you have a book cover or something like that, it's better that you hire a graphic designer to photo manipulate the cover or produce a picture for you, because even though you have an extended license, you're limited to how many copies that you can have. So if you have a book that blows up like Twilight, you're going to end up paying quite a bit for that cover. And by the way, I didn't think that the Twilight book was that appealing. Just a chess piece, really. Why it costs more to be cheap. You just paid $980 for a logo that has a legal clip art or copyrighted material. Your designer used stock art with the minimum license, and you're thinking it was a horrible design to begin with, but you just didn't know where to turn. Now you're being sued, and all of a sudden you wish you had hired a professional graphic designer or website developer. That's what I was just explaining to you. This scenario I get over and over and over again. You need to have a professional. This is why people who have toothaches go to dentists. They just don't go to some random person in the neighborhood with some pliers. If you don't have money, you could tie your tooth to a piece of string and slam the door. You could do that method. But that's pretty painful, and it's not professional, and you could have some root in there, you know what I'm talking about. It's just that you don't want to take these shortcuts and do these things, because in the long run, it's going to cost you more money. Why page builders don't work. Okay. Well, I have tried a lot of page builders. Recently, the most recent one, and I even forget what it is because it's already slipped my mind, I have tried many page builders, and they don't work. I couldn't name them all, but there's a huge list, and if there was any way that there could be any shortcuts in our business, us graphic designers and web developers, we'd be using them, So you decided to build your site with a Wix or a page builder, and now it will cost you 3 times as much to fix or replace it. You cannot move or transition your Wix site. You can't move the domain. It's not even searchable by Google or any search engine for that matter. So basically, you just created a page that no one can see and no one will ever go to or visit. Congratulations. Some designers won't even touch your project at that point, making things even more difficult and costly. I personally, unless I'm being paid 3 times as much, I will not touch a project that has been screwed up from someone else writing bad code, because most of the time it's too hard to deal with a site like that. It's much better just to scrap and start over. But why waste all this time and money on people that don't know what they're doing? There are no shortcuts, You have to do things right the first time. Any software that's designed to replace a professional will never achieve the same results. And believe me, if there was a software out there that could design a website for me quickly and code efficiently and rank in Google and do all my work for me in 5 minutes, we would all own it. Every single one of us. There wouldn't be agencies out there, and people wouldn't be making money designing professional website pages. It just wouldn't happen. They offer this type of service to you guys because they know that you don't want to pay for a designer. And they know that this is the solution that you want. You want to believe that you can get a web page or a logo for $100 or $50 or $30. But it's not possible. So stop wasting your money. Because I've tried them all, my clients have tried them all, and I found that it was actually faster and better to do things the right way the first time. And that's always in life. Designers have no overhead costs. They shouldn't do my logo or website. They should do it really cheap. I get this asked a lot. We don't have any overhead cost? Well, let's see. Let's explore how much it costs for a professional designer to operate his or her business, including equipment, freelance style. How much does it cost a designer to create graphics, web designs, videos, and projects? Currently, right now, the standard software used by professionals is Adobe Creative Suite. A subscription monthly is $49. In order to run the program's minimum, you need a $4,000 computer system. You could get by with half of that. $2,500 would suffice, but it would take a lot longer to complete projects, especially videos, as the system would crash. For example, when I was working on an After Effects project, I realized that my system needed to be upgraded to a $4,000 system, and that I actually needed dual monitors. And I have a special type of monitor. My monitors are about $400 a piece, and they come pre-calibrated, which is basically, in a nutshell, to make it very simple for the non-technical people out there, it makes whatever I design on my screen print out exactly as I have it designed on the screen. If you've ever noticed, low-res monitors or monitors that are not design monitors, if you've ever designed something and it doesn't come out or look the way it is printed, that's why. And that's the difference between a low-quality designer and a professional designer. We're going to get things done the right way because we have the right equipment. That's why we cost more. Now, most designers need 2 printers, so I have a total of 800. You can get a little bit cheaper in the 600 range. Then there's hosting and domain cost. I pay annually about $300 in hosting plus domains, so that's another $150. There's also advertising marketing. That's another $1,000, $2,000 a month easily. And most graphic designers have cameras, lighting, and studio equipment, and I have a whole entire studio which costs about $2,500. And let's not forget that we have to eat and pay electric too. So, in the nutshell, it costs a whole lot for us to be designers. And that's not including the stock photography, and all of the other additions that I have to buy. Sometimes I have to hire developers on the project additionally, and that costs additional money to hire other people to get on the project with me. We also have to pay for stock photography, and a subscription, the cheapest one without any extended license, is about $199 a month. So that's expensive. So when it all comes down to it, a $980 logo is not very much, especially the time and effort that we spend into researching one. For example, we research your competitors, we take colors into effect, we have to hand draw the logo and then bring it into a program like Illustrator and tediously draw out every single point with a pen tool that takes several hours, sometimes days if you're not that good. and then we produce the end result, print it, put it into a whole package for you. So it's not something that just takes a couple of hours. And that's going on to my next topic. A design should only take a couple hours. I get this from every client. And I'm not sure as to why they think that we purposely progress, time so that we charge them more. A design doesn't take 2 hours to create, nor is it as easy as it looks. I wish. Now, a 2-hour design would mean that I wouldn't think hardly anything up. I would just basically take a styled font and slap maybe like a circle or a square together, and there's your logo. That's a 2-hour job, okay? Now, if you want something like that, then, that's nice. But some designers take pride in their work, and I don't care how much you pay me for it. I'm not going to produce bad quality design because I'm putting my name on it and my brand. And we do not produce poor quality design at Graphic Designer for Hire. Sometimes I spend hours thinking of concepts, drawing them out. Sometimes I lay awake at night thinking of concepts. I'm always thinking of concepts. And the hardest part is recreating that design from your brain and using the tools like Illustrator, the vector pen tool to put it all together with tons of layers in Photoshop to create your next flyer or logo. Even when you ship something expedited, you pay much more for the rushing of your order. Any business, whether it be graphics, food, hair, even if you want to skip lines at theme parks, it costs money. So, if you want your design in 2 hours, you better be willing to pay a lot of money for it, or be prepared to get poor quality, because you need to give your designer time to come up with a beautiful concept for you. I don't have much of a budget. Well, then and I'm going to be really frank with you, you're not ready to start a business. Any business that's successful, even if you walk into a bank, you have to have a business plan before they give you money, before you're able to get funding to start your business. So, if you don't have a portion in your business plan to invest in marketing or proper marketing to create a professional image, then you're wasting your money and you're wasting the bank's time, and you're not going to be successful. It's better to have a great brand, okay, than if you're going to cheat or cut corners or scribble your logo with anybody that's non-professional. Then you know what? It's better that you not have one at all. It's better that you don't have a web presence, because that sends out a bad message. It gives people an impression that you're a poor business and you're not stable. That is what I think of when I see bad quality design or low budget signs or people who don't invest. Let's just take a look for that. Let's just give a really good real world example. When you see someone dressed very poorly with broken shoes, holes in their pants, and they're dirty and scrubby, what do you initially think? They're homeless, right? So that's the initial reaction that customers get when they see bad design. I kid you not. It is the initial reaction. That is why businesses don't thrive, because they are not willing to invest properly in professionals. Now, people who shop online and or shop at all are their number one concern. Just take a wild guess. That's it. Trust. If you look like you're financially incapable, people won't trust you. It's just like when a person who's dirty and scrubby walks up to you, you immediately are fearful and you lunge for your purse, right? Okay? Your graphics need to look just as good as the big companies, okay? How many people have businesses that are losing customers because they have zero online presence, or the presence they do have doesn't allow them to buy? You can't get sales if you don't have a buy button. For example, I was looking for a place to host my party, And I noticed that both of the skating rinks did not have an online presence where you could buy instantly. Well, if one of the two had a place where I could buy instantly, I would have actually gone with the other competitor, because customers like that instant satisfaction. They like to get stuff done. You know what I'm saying? So, why hire us? Well, we are individuals for hire. We're not a huge agency, so you get individual attention. We're still professionals, but we cost a third less. A third of the cost of agencies. And agencies, they're a big company. They don't take the time for the little people. And we have more time, and we spend more time on our clients, and we make sure that they're happy and satisfied. We offer unlimited revisions and outstanding customer satisfaction. We have a great track record on the internet. And we just don't offer you beautiful graphics. We have years of marketing and SEO and proven methods that provide psychological triggers to get your customers to buy. How much money have you spent already doing it the wrong way? Ask yourself this. How much traffic have you generated on your own methods? How much money have you spent on methods that don't work? Do you want to make a six-figure income? Do you want to be successful? If you answered yes, then I believe we can help you. Take a look at some of the examples of the logos that we've done. And you can take a look at one of the websites that we have built. And this is the case study of Harvest International Academy. Beautiful design. So what are you waiting for? Hire us today. Graphic Designer for Hire. And you can email us at quote@graphicdesignerforhire.com. You can visit us on the web at www.graphicdesignerforhire.com and hit the contact page and get your free quote today. And here's the coupon code. It is FLAVOR. So if you have that coupon code FLAVOR, you can get 10% off of your first order. Thank you so much for watching this video, and you have a wonderful day.